Forgot to add this part. I think it might probably help somebody. These like to blow out the rocker covers, or the gasket, rocker cover gasket, which is there. The Ford part is 40 quid. You can get ones on eBay for like 4 quid that will last you like a year. And because these don't last very long, it's probably in your best interest to do that, to buy one of them and have a spare going around, because this is quite easy to change. But all these little screws, this is like Ford proprietary size, so you can't buy them. You can't get rocker cover screw kits. You've got to buy the Ford parts, and it's an absolute pain. I didn't realise that. Bought a load of metric ones and then tried to find the imperial size, couldn't get it right, and then you know, eventually had to buy them from Ford. In there you've got this, that's the thermostat housing and the sensor going in there. Those things start to leak on these Duratec ones. You want to buy a good one like coil or something, or genuine Ford, but they're not cheap. But you can get a good one from ECP. That's lasted 10,000 miles so far, instead of the eBay one that lasted 2 months and killed the head gasket. Up here you've got, and behind there is the heater valve. I've replaced that twice because I didn't ever intend to keep this car and couldn't care less what went into it, which obviously paid the price for in the end. But the eBay ones are shit. You want to buy a genuine Ford one if you can be bothered to replace it. If it fails on hot, it's not really a problem, but obviously if it fails on cold, you've got no ability to clear the mist off your windshield, which is nice. Also, there's the drive belt down there, and the pulleys, they go on this for some reason. Like when I tried to replace the belt, I took the belt off and just tested the play in the pulleys, and they were, you know, rattly and awful, so they were replaced. Those can be done quite cheap, and there's aftermarket parts that are good for that. You don't need genuine Ford for that, in my opinion. The alternator plug also, that failed, so I had to replace that. It's a bodge repair, but it works. I wouldn't normally do that, but I don't care. This car's going to scrap yard, I couldn't care less. But again, apparently that's a common failure point, and the engine runs slightly rough at idle, and I think that's due to the alternator failing. It says in the Haynes manual this is supposed to give out 14 volts when it's idling, or at 1500 RPM, but I put it under higher load than that, and I'm getting 13 and a half, which, you know, if the manual says it's wrong, then it's obviously wrong. It runs, but it doesn't run quite right, and the spark plugs have been replaced, coil been replaced, leads have been replaced, so if it still idles wrong, it's either the alternator or maybe the ECU's gone wrong or something, I don't know. But that might be useful for somebody, so, you know, cheers.